Welcome students. Welcome to our channel Future Endeavors. In a previous lecture, we have discussed about force and its turning effects. We have almost completed the chapter. Today, we will be doing some of the problems which are related to torque, and then we will move on to the next part of the chapter, which is related to the center of gravity, and then we will discuss briefly about the circular motion, uniform circular motion. Okay, so let us begin with some problems. I hope you have all remembered the previous theories in the previous lectures. But before I start, I hope you are all well during this pandemic situation. I hope everyone is fine and in good health. So, with all good hope, let us start the lecture today. Now, in the previous class, we have discussed about the turning effect of force. We have said that when we apply a force on a rigid body which is pivoted at a certain point, it leads to turning or rotation of the body. And this effect of force can be termed as the turning effect of force, or also referred to as the moment of force, or in brief, torque. So there are three terms, as we have discussed, three terms: turning effect, moment, or we can say torque. So these are the three terms almost used simultaneously, as these three terms have similar meaning. And as we have discussed, for a single force applied on any body which is pivoted at a certain point, the value of this turning effect or torque was given by the formula. What was the formula? The formula was given as the force multiplied by the perpendicular distance. So this was our formula, perpendicular distance. Also, we have discussed in a previous lecture what is a couple, and also we have discussed what was the torque produced due to a couple. So all these things we have discussed, and also we have discussed about the principle of moments, which states that when a body is under equilibrium condition, the net anti-clockwise moment acting on a body is equal to the net clockwise moment acting on the body. So these are the few things that we have discussed in the previous classes. Now let us consider a numerical example. Today I will be discussing about some numerical example, then we will move on to the next part of the chapter. Let us consider one numerical example. Let's say the question goes like this. Okay. What is the net torque required to open a door of width 60 centimeter applying a force of 1 say 10 Newton. Better write this, not required. What is the net torque produced to open a door of width 60 centimeter applying a force of 10 Newton. Now see, as you know that if we consider a door, say if a door is like this, I am considering a door, and this door is being pivoted at this point, at this hinge. So these are the hinges. So this is the axis of rotation, and it said that the door is this is the handle of the door, and it said that the door is 60 centimeter in width. So this is 60 centimeter. This is 60 centimeter. So obviously while we are trying to open the door, we will be applying the force like this perpendicularly on the handle. Hence, from this we can say, from this information we can calculate the torque as net torque produced. Torque equals to, so what are the two given information? Force into perpendicular distance. So what is the force given? It's 10 Newton. So it's 10 into, what is the perpendicular distance? 60 centimeter. But as we are making calculations entirely in the SI units, so obviously we have to convert the 60 centimeter into meter. So it will be 60 by 100 Newton meter. So this turns out to be 1 0 cancel another 0. So it's 6 Newton meter. So the torque produced while opening a door, or to open a door of with 60 centimeter applying a force of 10 Newton is 6 Newton meter. It was an easy problem. Now let us move on to the next problem. I hope everybody have noted the problem. If not, please pause the video and note down the problem. We will be moving on to the next problem. Let us move on to the next problem. So I'm just erasing it off. So the next question turns out to be like this. What is the minimum force? What is the minimum force required to open a nut with a range of length 50 centimeter if torque required is say it's 100 Newton meter. So this is the question. Okay. So from this problem, if we try to note down what are the things given, basically it is very important while solving a problem in physics to first note down what are the given information, what are the informations given in your problem. So according to that, if I just note down what are the things given here, see the torque given here is 100 Newton meter. Torque given here is 100 Newton. Okay. Now you will be thinking of what will be the distance. The distance, perpendicular distance, has not been mentioned in any way other. But see, it's given here that you need to apply the minimum force. So I think you have remembered that if we just think of what we have discussed in the previous class, for a certain torque to be produced, when we are saying that we want to produce the torque with a minimum force, then obviously the distance has to be, the perpendicular distance has to be the of the greatest value, isn't it? So thinking of that, we can say that the length here actually what we are trying to say is that, say this is a range. Okay, this is a range. Fine, this is a range. Now we are trying to open a nut. Using this range. Now see here, the length of this range is 50 centimeters. So it's 50 centimeters. So obviously, if we want to apply the minimum force to produce the required torque, obviously where will we apply the force? It's very easy. We will apply the force at the farthest end. So obviously we will be applying the force at this far end. Okay, so this is the where we are applying the force, isn't it? So let us consider that the force is F. Let us consider the force is F. Now obviously you have all understood, but it is clear to you all now that in order to this term, when the question is given, this is a very crucial term that you need to apply the minimum force, you will take the maximum distance. So here the maximum distance is 50 cm. So our perpendicular distance actually turns out to be 50 cm. Perpendicular distance turns out to be 50 cm, isn't it? Okay. Then what is the force required? So we know the formula. We know the formula that torque is equals to force into perpendicular distance. So obviously our force will be torque by perpendicular distance, isn't it? So what is the force required here? What is the, oh, I think it is not visible to you. Let us just erase it off. Okay, I am just erasing off the question just a little bit. So from this we are solving the problem, the part. So I think the below part is not visible to you all. Now the formula is torque is equals to force into perpendicular distance. So obviously then force will be torque by perpendicular distance. Now what is the torque applied here? Here the torque is 100 Newton meter and the distance is 50 centimeter. Again I have to convert this distance into meter as we are solving the problem in SI units. So it will be 50 by 100 meter. So just cut it off. It's here 2. So it's half meter, isn't it? So it is here half meter. Okay. So now the force turns out to be, if the half goes above, the force turns out to be 200 Newton. Okay. So this is the force required to open the nut with the help of a wrench, which is 50 centimeter, when you need to produce a torque of 100 Newton meter. I think this is clear to you all. Okay. Okay, fine. So I think it is clear. So whenever you see that minimum distance, minimum force applied is given, that term is given, just quickly think of the fact that for minimum force, you have to take the maximum distance. So then you can easily solve the problem. Okay. Now let us quickly move on to the next problem. What will be the next problem? Let us consider a problem on a principle of moments. A problem on principle of moments. So the next question turns out to be like this. What is the weight? What is the weight suspended at the end of a meter rule? At the end of a meter rule, what is the weight suspended at the end of a meter rule if the rule is pivoted at 70 centimeter mark, is pivoted at the 70 centimeter mark with the weight of the rule to be suppose it's to be 35 gram. Okay, so let us just briefly and slowly go through the problem. What is the problem given here? It's given here that what is the weight suspended at the end of a meter rule if the rule is pivoted at 70 centimeter mark with the weight of the rule to be 35 gram. Now here there are two things to be noted. So I think you have all understood the problem. Now if you have noted the problem, then I will just rub it off and represent the problem diagrammatically. Now let us consider, it will be better to understand the problem diagrammatically. Let us see. So what's the problem is saying? I think you have noted it. So the weight of the rule is 35 gram and it is pivoted at 70 centimeter mark. Okay, I think I can draw the diagram here itself. See, if this is a meter rule, this is a meter rule, this is a meter rule. So this is a meter rule. Now here this is the 0 centimeter mark, okay, and this is the say 100 centimeter. So 0 centimeter and 100 centimeter mark, there are 2 marks. Now the scale has been pivoted at the 70 centimeter mark, isn't it? Okay. So the scale is pivoted at, say, this is the half meter way, so this is a 50 centimeter, like this 70 centimeter here. So it's almost here. So the scale has been pivoted at this point. Okay. The scale has been pivoted at this point. Okay. Now the question is given that what is a weight suspended at the end of the meter rule. Now see, the weight of such meter rule acts through its center of gravity. So I was just about to discuss the point center of gravity. Okay, just let us discuss through this problem. Now what is center of gravity? Please briefly note it because it is very briefly given in your syllabus. So what is actually the center of gravity? Center of gravity is actually a point in the body through which you can consider that the whole weight of the body is acting through. Okay, center of gravity can be considered to be a point in the body through which the whole weight of the body is acting through. Okay, so that can be regarded as the center of gravity. Okay, so now for such linear substances like the meter rule here, the center of gravity lies, or the center of gravity is actually the midpoint of these scales. So if we consider what is the center of gravity for this meter rule, it's the 50 centimeter mark. So obviously you can say that the center of gravity for this meter rule is the 50 centimeter. So like this, this is the 50 centimeter mark. Okay, 50 centimeter mark. Okay. Now let us try to solve this problem. See, this scale has been, meter rule has been pivoted at the 70 centimeter mark. So this is the 70 centimeter mark. So if we consider this point as the 70 centimeter mark, fine. Now I hope you have understood what is center of gravity. Center of gravity is the point through which the weight of the whole body can be considered to be acting through. So if I consider that this is the 50 centimeter mark, this is the 50 centimeter mark. So it is this point, at this point that the weight of the meter rule is acting. Now when you are thinking of the weight, the mass of the meter rule has been given as 35 gram, and whatever be the mass, that same value can be taken as the weight if we just convert the unit into gram force. Gram force, you know, is a unit of force. So gram force, so 35 gram is the weight of this meter rule, can be regarded as gram force. Okay, so this is the weight. Now see, this weight, gram force, is producing it. This is the only arrangement. This weight of the meter rule is producing a anti-clockwise movement. So to balance the scale, as it has been said that the scale is in equilibrium, we need to hang a weight. And when we said that we are hanging a weight at one end, obviously you can understand from the figure that the end will not be the 0 centimeter mark. It will be obviously the 100 centimeter mark. So we are considering that we are hanging a weight of, say, xgf from the 100 centimeter mark. So this is the 100 centimeter mark. Okay. Now let us So I think if this is the diagrammatic representation of the problem, then I think we can easily solve. And here this xgf centimeter produces a clockwise movement. So now as the meter rule is in equilibrium condition, the clockwise movement will be equal to the anti-clockwise movement. So then let us come to the numerical solution of the problem. The numerical solution turns out to be like this. The total clockwise, we are considering the pivoted point to be O. Okay, now let us come to the numerical solution. So the clockwise movement about the point O, will be equal to, so the xgf weight is rotating the meter rule in the clockwise direction. So it will be x into what will be its distance. It will be, so this is the distance, so it will be 100 minus 70. And what will be the unit? The unit will be gf centimeter. Right? Now what is the anti-clockwise moment? Anti-clockwise moment about the point O, it is x, no sorry, it will not be x, it will be the weight of the meter rule, that is 35 into 70 minus 50. Isn't it? This distance is 70 minus 50. I think it is clear to you all. And the unit will be gf centimeter. Fine. Now, according to principle of moments, if I just note it down, according to principle of moments, according to principle of moments, what can we write? Total clockwise moment equals total anti-clockwise moment. So just briefly come to the calculation. So according to the principle of moments, I can write x into 100 minus 70 is 30 is equals to 35 into 20. So x will obviously be 35 into 20 by 30, and 0 cancels off. So it's 70 by 3 gf. So this much weight. So mass that is to be suspended, as asked in the question, mass that is to be suspended, will be equal to 70 by 3 gram. Okay, so this is the calculation. I think it is clear to you all. So the calculation will be like this. I hope the numerical problem is clear to you all. I think it will be better if we continue this lecture into the next class, where we will be discussing about a few more problems, and we will be also learning about the uniform circular motion. So till then, let us just say goodbye. Please study well and do take care of yourself. Thank you.